to all. Today's botany class is 7th unit, genetics. It is the third chapter, that is chromosomal basis of inheritance. So 7th unit, that is genetics, main heading is genetics, and the third chapter, that is called chromosomal basis of inheritance. In this lesson, what are the topics we are going to discuss about the genetics? Today's the first topic is what is mean by genetics. You know the genetic. What is mean by genetics? Genetics is the branch of biology concerned with the study of genes, genetic variation and heredity in organisms. So genetic is the branch of biology and study about the genes structure and genetic variation, genes variation and heredity of an organisms. So this process is called genetics. This process is called genetics. And next you see here, though heredity had been observed by. So first the genetics was studied by Gregor Mendel, a scientist, and Augustin Freyer. These two scientists only first studied the genetics scientifically in the 19th century. So these two scientists only first studied the genetics scientifically in the 19th century. So this is the genetics. So genetics is defined as study about the genes and variation of genes and heredity of an organisms. So this process is called genetics. So you see the structure. There is a DNA structure, and another one is chromosomes, and the coronavirus also under the genetic study about the branch of genetics only. So this is the genetics. So genetics, the branch of biology, is study about the genes and variation of genes and heredity of an organism is called genetics. Next we will see what is in the chromosomal theory. Next topic is chromosomal theory. You will see the first picture. It is the Theodore Boveri. This scientist Theodore Boveri, and the second person is the Walter Sutton. These two scientists only first it extend the law of inheritance. Now the Mendel's law is called the law of inheritance. These two scientists extends the law of inheritance. This process is called the chromosomal theory of inheritance. So what is in the first chromosomal inheritance theory of inheritance? That is, it states that genes are found at the specific location on the chromosomes, and behavior of the chromosomes can explain Mendel's law of inheritance. So this is called a chromosomal theory. So chromosomal theory states that genes are found at a specific location on the chromosome, where the genes are found, a particular point of the chromosomes. So genes are found on the particular point of the chromosome, that is called a loci. So the genes are found at specific location on the chromosomes and behavior of the chromosomes during meiosis cell division. So that is called already this process was explained in the Mendel's law of inheritance. It explained this chromosomal theory was explained in his law of inheritance law. So these two persons, Theodore Boveri and Walter Sutton, are the scientists. These two scientists only extension of Mendel's laws known as chromosomal theory of inheritance. These two is Theodore Boveri and Walter Sutton. Next we see what is the salient features of what is salient features of What is next? You see the salient features of the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Yesterday. What is salient feature? First salient feature is chromosomes and genes are present as a pair in the diploid cells. Chromosomes and genes are present as a pair. Chromosomes and genes are located as a pair in the diploid cells. Diploid means it's a n set of chromosomes, double n set of chromosome cells. Next one is homologous chromosomes separate during meiosis cell division. Homologous chromosomes, all the homologous chromosomes are separated when during the meiosis cell divisions. So another one salient features. And third salient feature is during the fertilization, all these homologous chromosomes are chromosomal numbers are restored. All the chromosomal numbers are restored to diploid conditions. Restored to the diploid conditions. This is another one salient features. And last one is this chromosomal theory of inheritance. These inheritance claims all the chromosomes that segregates and assort independently. All the formation of new chromosomes are segregates and assort independently. So this is the salient features of theory of chromosomal theory of inheritance. Next heading is linkage. What is meant by linkage? Linkage means is the close association of genes or other DNA sequences on the same chromosomes. That is called a linkage. So, close association of genes or close association of other DNA sequences on the same chromosome. This process is called a linkage. So, genes are closely associated with the same chromosomes. This is called a linkage. For example, two genes. The two genes are A and B genes. These two genes are presented at the same chromosomes. This process is called a linkage. That is, the closer two genes are to each other on the chromosomes, the greater probability that they will be inherited together. These two genes are inherited together. First, the two genes are located on the same chromosomes, and these two genes are inherited together on the same chromosome. This is called a linkage. It is called a linkage process. See the diagram. This is a linkage and recombination. First, the wild type AA, capital A, and wild mutant type small a. These two types are linked with one another and form a recombined and producing the new organisms. So this is the linkage process. Next, the genes located close together on the same chromosomes and inherited together are called linked genes. What is in the linked genes? You see the diagram here. That is gene 1 and gene 2. The genes located close together on the same chromosome. These are same, only one chromosome, same chromosomes. But in the genes 1 and genes 2 are close together on the same chromosomes and inherited together. So this process is called linked genes. These two genes are called linked genes. But the two genes that are sufficiently far apart, gene 1, here gene 2, these two genes are sufficiently far apart on the same chromosomes. So these types of chromosomes are called unlinked genes. These two are called unlinked genes. So these conditions, such condition is known as, such kind of chromosomes is known as synteny. This is called synteny. So the gene 1 and gene 2 are present close together on the same chromosome. That is called linked genes. But the gene 1 and the gene 2 are sufficiently located at the far apart on the same chromosomes. So this is called unlinked genes. Unlinked genes. So this is always known as synteny. Syntenic genes. These two genes, gene 1 and gene 2, the syntenic genes. This process is always called synteny. It is called synteny. Okay. Next one. Here, if the recombination frequency value is more than 50% of the two genes, so the recombinant frequency between these two genes is more than 50. It's more than 50. These two genes are unlinked genes. These two linked genes are unlinked. So here, this between these two, gene 1 and gene 2 frequency, the recombination frequency value is more than 50, means these two genes source unlinked. These two gene source unlinked. But when the recombination frequency value is less than 50, here you see the less than 50, the recombination frequency is less than 50, they show linked genes. They show linked genes. So the recombination frequency is more than 50, it is unlinked genes. Less than 50, there is a linked genes. So closely located genes show strong linkage, and while genes widely located on the long distances is weakly, linkage is very weakly. Linkage is very weakly. So there is the weakly linkages. So here when the recombination of the frequency value is less than 50%, they show linked. Closely related genes shows strongly linkage, while the genes widely located show weak linkages. So this is the linkage process. This is the linkage process. So when the frequency, that is the recombination frequency is more than 50, there is a unlinked genes. So the frequency is the recombination frequency is less than 50, so that the genes are strongly linked, here weakly linked. So this process is called a linkage. This process is called a linkage. Next we will see, okay, next topic is coupling. What is meant by coupling? Coupling means the two dominant alleles or recessive alleles occurs in the same homologous chromosomes. These two chromosomes are tend to inherit together into the same gametes. This process is called a coupling or cis configuration. So here coupling means two dominant allele or recessive alleles. Two dominant allele or recessive allele occurs in the same homologous chromosomes or same species of the same plant. Same species of the same plant. This is, these two genes are inherited together. These two genes are inherited together. This process is called a coupling. What is repulsion? Repulsion means these two dominant allele or recessive alleles occurs in the different plants, different species of the different plants of the this one. This is called a repulsion. Here now first we see coupling. The two dominant alleles or recessive alleles occurs in the same homologous chromosomes, and these two are inherited together in the same gametes. This process is called a coupling. You see the diagram here. Now cis configuration, capital A, capital B is the one plant and another species, the same species of the plant, same plant and the same species. Here capital A, capital B is the one allele, and this A, small b is the another one allele. So these two are located on the two alleles. Two dominant allele or recessive alleles are present in the same homologous chromosomes, and these two are inherited together the same gametes. This process is called a coupling. And one next we will see kinds of linkages. What are the kinds of linkages? The T.H. Morgan was first to find the two types of linkages. T.H. Morgan is one of the scientists. They find two types of linkages. What are they? That is complete linkage and incomplete linkages. Complete linkage and incomplete linkage. What is complete and incomplete linkage? The complete linkage means the linked genes are located very close together. So the linked genes, what is linked genes? That is the frequency, the recombinant frequency is less than 50%. These genes are linked. So these linked genes are located very close together on the same chromosome. So linked genes, these two genes, linked genes are located very close together on the same chromosomes, but such genes do not exhibit crossing over. So but these two linked genes do not exhibit crossing over, so these do not so crossing over. So this phenomenon is called a complete linkage. This phenomenon is called a complete linkage. So complete means the linked genes frequency, the recombinant frequency is more than 50 means that is a linked, more than 50% that is a unlinked genes, less than 50% means that is a linked genes. So here the linked genes are located very close together on the same chromosomes, but these linked genes do not exhibit crossing over. So this entire process is called complete linkages. Okay, what is incomplete linkage? Incomplete linkage means if the two linked genes are sufficiently apart, that is unlinked genes, so more than 50%, the recombinant frequency is more than 50%, there is unlinked genes. So these two unlinked genes are present in the same chromosomes. As a result, the parent and non-parental combinations are observed. So the linked genes at the time here, the linked genes exhibit some crossing over. So these two linked genes are exhibit some crossing over. So this process is called incomplete linkage. This process is called incomplete linkages. So the linked genes are found close together, means at the time no crossing over takes place, but the linked genes are found sufficiently apart from one another. At the time these genes exhibit some crossing over. This phenomenon is called incomplete linkages. So these are the two types of linkages. First found by T.H. Morgan. You see, one of the examples for coupling, alleles in coupling or cis configurations. Here the two scientists observe the next we see linkages example. For example, coupling and repulsion. First, alleles in coupling. The two scientists conducted an experiment in purple flower long pollen and red flower round pollen. Purple flower long pollen and red flower round pollen. So we conduct experiment in a pea plant about the process of linkages, that is coupling process. So these the two scientists take two plants, there is a purple flower long pollen and red flower round pollen in the same species. What is in the coupling? Coupling means the two dominant allele or recessive allele are inserted together in the same chromosomes or same species of the same plants. That is called coupling. So here these two scientists takes the same species of the same plant, two characters, purple flower long pollen and red flower round pollen. The two characters are used in this experiment. It's a parental character. These are two the parental character, and capital P and capital L and capital P capital L is the one of the one parent, and another small p small l and small p small l is the another one parent. These two parents are crossed with one another. At the time, new gametes are formed from the parental cells. New gametes are formed from the parental cell. Here one character capital P capital L, here one small p and one small l. These are two gametes. These two gametes are formed from the parental cells. That is, these two gametes are fused with one another and to form a purple flower long pollen. Purple flower long pollen. Here purple flower long pollen. So parental character only it produced. The F1 generation is parental character. Purple flower with long pollen character only it formed. So these two scientists, these two F1 generations are crossed with the test cross. What is my test cross? Test cross means, so you see, next way, this F1 generation is purple flower long pollen. The parental character only it produced. And next we see a test cross. What is the test cross? The F1 generation character is crossed with any one recessive character. This process is called a test cross. So the F1 generation is crossed with one recessive character. At the time these two characters are crossed with one another, capital P, capital L, and small p, small l, and capital P, small p, small l, small p, small l. These two characters are combined with one another, and finally the F2 generation is produced. 4 characters are produced. That is, one is purple long, another one is purple round, another one is red long, another one is red round. So this is the new recombinant character. These are 4 new recombinant characters. So here, out of these 4, 2 character is the parental character. This purple long is the parental character, and red round is the parental character. Only 2 cells, 2 genes only newly recombined progenies. These 2, purple round and red long. These 2 is the new recombinant genes. But these 2 genes, the 2 scientists, it expect the ratio is 1:1:1:1. That is, parental character 1 and new character 1, and all the these are 1:1:1:1:1. So this ratio is expected by these 2 scientists, but the expected observed ratio is 7:1:1:7. 7 character is parental character, and also here red round also 7 characters. So here new recombinant character is only one character. So 44 types of genes are produced with the parental character. Here also 6:44. So only 6 characters are produced in the new genes. So here there is the 2 scientists states that during the coupling process, the 2 dominant allele or recessive allele are present in the same species of the same plant. At the time, parental character only it increase their number. No newly formed cells. Only the parental character will be increased. But the Mendel's law states that. Okay, next you see repulsion. Another one character is repulsion. Okay, here the 2 scientists take a different character in the different plant species. Here purple flower round pollen, red flower long pollen. Capital P, small l, capital P, small l, small p, capital L, small l. These 2 characters are taken, and these 2 gametes are comes out from the parents and producing the purple flower with a long pollen. And this F1 generation is on the test cross. That is, F1 generation is crossed with any one recessive character. At that time also it producing purple long, purple round, and red long and red round character. 4 characters are produced. Here what is repulsion? Repulsion means the dominant allele or recessive allele are present in the different plant species of the different plants are inverted together. At the time the parental character also increased. In the coupling also, the dominant allele or recessive allele is present in the same species of the same plants are inherited together, but the parental character is increased. But here also the 2 different plant or 2 different species of 2 different plant inherited together, but here also only increase the parental character. Here observed the ratio is the expected ratio is 1:1:1:1, but here observed ratio is 1:7:7:1. Here see purple long is the new recombinant progeny, and red round is the new recombinant. Here purple round and red round is the parental character. So these parental character only the more frequency 44 and 44. Only the new progeny is frequency is only 6 and 6. So here expected ratio is 1:1:1:1, but here observed ratio is 1:7:7:1. So okay, what is the conclusion of these 2 coupling and repulsion linkages? Here these 2 scientists state that the Mendel's For dihybrid and monohybrid cross, using law of independently assortment laws only used for the dihybrid cross and monohybrid cross. But these two scientists, by using the same law of independently assortment law for these crosses, but these two crosses are not suitable for the independently law of independently assortment. Why? Because the same plant species of the same plant are inherited together at the time also same parental character only increased, and during the repulsion process different two dominant allele or two recessive allele are inherited together and producing increase the parental character also. So the two process increase in the parental character, but here no law of independent assortment laws not used in this crosses. So it is not these two crosses, these two linkages are not suitable for the law of independent assortment laws. Next we see linkage groups. What is into linkage group? Here the groups of linearly arranged linked genes on the chromosomes are called linkage groups. That is, linearly arranged, the two genes are arranged on the chromosomes are linearly means straight, the straight chromosome, the genes are arranged on the straight of the chromosome. This is called linkage groups. Here what is linkage and crossing over? This is the two process. This linkage and crossing over is the two process that have opposite effects. Linkage and crossing over is the opposite effects. Why? Because linkage, it keeps particular genes together. Linkage keeps particular genes together, but crossing over mixes them. Particular genes, mixing the genes. So linkage and crossing over are the two processes, but they have two opposite effects. Why? Because the linkage keeps particular genes together, but the crossing over takes place mixing the genes. Is the two important. Next, what is the difference between linkage and crossing over? First one is the genes present on the chromosomes stay close together. Genes are present on the same chromosome close together. That is called linkage. Here crossing over, it leads to separation of linked genes. The crossing over, it leads to separation of the linked genes. Here the genes are present on the same chromosomes close together, but here crossing over leads to separation of the linked genes. And second one, the linkages, it involves same chromosome of the homologous chromosomes. Linkage process involve same chromosome of the homologous chromosomes. Array chromosomes chromosomes. Next, the crossing over involves exchange of segments between two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Exchange their character from one chromosome to the other chromosomes. Here only it involves the same chromosome, no exchanges. Here the exchanges takes place between the two non-sister chromatids. This is one. Next, during the linkage process, it reduces new gene recombinations. Okay, no new gene combination, new genes are not formed during the linkage, but here it increases the variability by forming new gene combinations. So the crossing over, it leads to formation of new organisms. Here no new organisms, no new gene recombinations. So this is the difference between linkage and crossing over. Next topic is crossing over. Crossing over. What is meant by crossing over? Here crossing over is a biological process that produce new combination of genes by interchanging their corresponding segments between non-sister chromatids of homologous pair of chromosomes. So the crossing over is defined as the new recombination of genes by interchanging their corresponding segments between two non-sister chromatids of homologous pair of chromosomes. This is called crossing over. So first of all, the term crossing over was coined by Morgan in the year 1912. So this crossing over takes place during packaging stage of prophase 1 of meiosis. Packaging stage of prophase 1 of meiosis. So crossing over means the interchanging their corresponding segments between the two non-sister chromatids of the homologous pair of chromosomes is called a crossing over. So first this term was coined by Morgan in the year 1912. So where it takes place, crossing over takes place means the crossing over takes place during packaging stage of prophase 1 of meiosis cell division. During the meiosis cell division, it takes place during packaging stage of prophase 1. Packaging stage of prophase 1, the crossing over takes place. Usually, the crossing over occurs in germinal cells. So, the crossing over occurs in germinal cells during gametogenesis. During the gametogenesis, the crossing over takes place in the germinal cells. So, this process is called a meiotic crossing over or a germinal crossing over. Meiotic or germinal crossing over. Sometimes, and the crossing over it takes place in somatic cells rarely during mitosis cell divisions. So crossing over takes place in somatic cells rarely during mitosis cell divisions. So this is called the somatic or mitotic crossing over. Somatic or mitotic crossing over. But here usually the crossing over takes place in the germinal cells. This is called the meiotic or germinal. Here mitotic or somatic crossing over. This two is the crossing overs. Next we see what is the mechanism of crossing over? Mechanisms of crossing over. So four mechanisms of crossing over. One is synapsis, next one is tetrad formation, next one crossover, and fourth one is terminalization. Terminalization. This is the four mechanism of crossing over. You see the diagram. First is diagram two non-sister chromatids. During the prophase 1 of meiosis cell division, these two non-sister chromatids are homologous chromosomes. At these two, to see the second diagram, packaging stage of prophase 1. Next stage, packaging stage of prophase 1. The two chiasma formation takes place in the meiosis cell division. Chiasma means that is two chromosomes are attached at a particular point. This particular point is called the chiasma. After the chiasma formation, the crossing over takes place. After the chiasma formation, crossing over takes place, interchanging their corresponding segments. These blue color and the white color segments are changed. You see this diagram here, blue color, and this is the red color changes. So here, so metaphase 1, these corresponding segments are interchanging their character. During the metaphase 2, these twos are separated. These twos are separated by synapsis, synapsis, and finally this daughter cells, 4 daughter cells. The 2 cells are producing the 4 daughter cells. Out of these 4 daughter cells, 2 is the parental one, and 2 is the parental, and another 2 is the recombinant characters. So this is the crossing mechanisms of crossing over diagrams. So now first we see the 4 mechanisms. First mechanism is synapsis. Okay, first mechanism is synapsis. What is synapsis? Here, intimate pairing between two homologous chromosomes is initiated during zygote stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1 cell divisions. So, homologous chromosomes are aligned side by side, resulting in a pair of chromosomes called bivalent. You see this diagram. These two is the synapsis. This process is called a synapsis. These two genes, this is a homologous chromosome. This one chromosome, it's another chromosome. These two homologous chromosomes are aligned side by side, resulting in the pairing of homologous chromosomes. So after the synapsis, the bivalence takes place. So this pairing of phenomenon is called a synapsis or synthesis. Synapsis or synthesis. So this is called a synapsis. First mechanism. So synapsis means, so here intimate the pairing of between the two homologous chromosomes is initiated when this process synapsis takes place. So during takes place during zygote stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1 cell divisions. So the synapsis takes place during zygote stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1 cell division. So synapsis means the homologous chromosome, the blue color and red color, these two is the homologous chromosome. See this one, homologous chromosomes, first blue and red color. These two homologous chromosomes are aligned side by side, resulting a pair of homologous chromosomes, called bivalent. This process called bivalent. So this pairing of phenomenon is called synapsis or synthesis. So after the synapsis, the crossing over takes place. So during the synapsis time, the chiasma formation takes place. Chiasmata means is a particular, the corresponding segments are joined at a particular place, particular point is called chiasma. So after the chiasma formation, the crossing over takes place. So this is the synapsis. This process is called synapsis. Next, what are the three types of synapsis? The synapses are divided into three types. One is procentric synapsis, another one is pro-terminal synapsis, and another one is random synapsis. So three types of synapsis. One is procentric synapsis, another one is pro-terminal synapsis, and another one is random synapsis. So what is the procentric synapsis? The procentric means here the pairing of a chromosome starts from middle of the chromosomes. It is called the procentric, middle part. Here you see the diagram. Here only tip portion only it joined. But here first type is middle part of the chromosome, joined a middle part of the chromosome. This process called a procentric synapsis. What is meant by pro-terminal synapsis? Here the pairing of chromosomes starts from the telomeres. Now it is the telomeres. This is a telomere is the tip portion. Telomere is the tip portion where it is present. The telomere present the tip portion. So in some of the chromosomes are attached at the telomere part. So that is called the pro-terminal synapsis. This process is called the pro-terminal synapsis. Next, third type is random synapsis. Random means the pairing of chromosomes may start from anywhere, centromere or telomere or middle part of the chromosomes or side by side. So anywhere the pairing of the chromosomes may start from anywhere. This is called a random synapsis. Okay, what is in the tetrad formation? When the tetrad formation takes place, the tetrad formation, you see each homologous chromosomes of the bivalent begin to form two identical sister chromatids which remain held together by a centromere. Centromere only. The centromere is the center part of the chromosomes. So each homologous chromosomes is the bivalent. Now see, it's a bivalent chromosomes. Now it is the bivalent. It is a one bivalent, which are one bivalent chromosomes. This is a tetrad. This is a tetrad conditions, bivalent chromosomes. So here tetrad formation means, so each homologous chromosomes of a bivalent begins to form two identical sister chromatids, which remain. These two identical sister chromatids are held together by a centromere. Okay, centromere. At this stage, bivalent has four chromatids. So this stage is called tetrad stage. Bivalent is called tetrad stage. You see the diagram. The first diagram is the tetrad conditions. Now it is the tetrad condition. Now this is the tetrad conditions. This figure is the tetrad condition. The bivalent, two bivalent cells, two non-sister chromatids. Here two non-sister chromatids are joined with one another and to form a tetrad condition. Tetrad condition tetrad formations. Okay, next one mechanism is crossover. Third one mechanism is crossover. Here, after the tetrad formation takes place. After the tetrad formation, the crossing over occurs in the packeting stage. After the formation of tetrad formation, the crossing over takes place in the packeting stage. So the non-sister chromatids of homologous pair make a contact at one or more points. These points of contact between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes are called chiasmata. It is called chiasma. Particular point is called chiasma, where it is after the tetrad formation. After the tetrad formation, the crossing over takes place in the packeting stage. So the crossing over process takes place in the packeting stage. What is crossing over? That is, when the crossing over takes place, it is after the formation of chiasmata. Chiasmata means where the two chromosomes are attached at a particular point. The two chromosomes are attached at the particular point is called chiasmata. The particular point is called chiasmata. After the chiasmata process, the crossing over takes place in the packeting stage. At chiasma, the cross-shaped or X-shaped structures are formed. You see, X-shaped or cross-shaped are formed where breaking and rejoining the two chromatids occurs. Breaking or rejoining the two chromatids occurs. As a result, the reciprocal exchange of equal and corresponding segments between them. And a recently studied reveals the synapses and chiasma formation are facilitated by highly organized structure of filamentous called a synaptonemal complexes. See this diagram. This is the synaptonemal complexes between these two chromatids. See, this is the synaptonemal complex. These two complex only, the synaptonemal complex only, it facilitated the formation of synapses and chiasma formation. Synapses and chiasmata formation during the packeting stage. Next, the last mechanism is terminalization. After crossing over, the chiasma starts to move towards the terminal end of the chromatids. So after the process of crossing over, the chiasma starts move towards the terminal end of the chromatids. This is known as terminalization. So chiasma moves towards the terminal end of the chromatid. This is called terminalization. So as a result, during the terminalization result, complete separation of homologous chromosomes occurs. You see the diagram, and this is a chiasma formation, synapses formation. After the synapses and chiasma formation, the chiasma it starts moves towards the terminal part of the chromatids, and this is after the terminalization is a new complete separation of homologous chromosomes. The homologous chromosomes are completely separated, the resulting daughter chromosomes. This is called terminalization. Student, this class is over. Next is the assignment. After the watching the class, to write the 10 short answers. After studying the study, and you write the test. What is genetics? Definition, and give the salient features of chromosomal theory of inheritance. And what is synteny? What is genetics? Genetic is the branch of biology, study about the gene structure and gene variation and heredity of an organism is called genetics. Give the salient features of chromosomal theory of inheritance. We see the 4 salient features of chromosomal theory of inheritance. So study well and write it. And what is synteny? What is synteny? Synteny is the what is synteny? Synteny is the two genes are sufficiently far apart on the same chromosomes are called unlinked genes. So these unlinked genes is called syntenic genes, always known as synteny. Next, what is coupling? What is meant by coupling? Coupling means the two dominant allele or recessive allele are present in the same homologous chromosomes are inherited together of the same gametes and increase the parental character. This process is called coupling. And when synapses, already you see the synapses, you write the synapse definition, what is complete linkages and what is meant by crossing over, or define synaptonemal complex, what is terminalization, what are the different types of synapses. So you study these 10 short answer and write the test. Thank you.